I'm going to show you how to use TinkerCad to get started designing for the 3D printer. So the website is Tinker, Tinker, CAD.com. And instead of creating an account or saying join, you're actually going to sign in like you already have an account, even if you don't. And then you're going to skip this and click down here where it says sign in using social providers. Then you can sign in with your Google account and have access to TinkerCad from your Chromebook. TinkerCad is great because it's pretty simple and it teaches you what to do. So the first time that you go to create a new design, it will give you a tutorial. I highly recommend that you actually do the tutorial. Don't skip it because it teaches you a lot of things you need to know to be able to make a design that works well. So the first lesson looks something like this, and your job is to drag the pieces in the right place. 3D design is a little easier if you use a mouse. So if you have one, that can help. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks when you're creating a design that you really need to pay attention to. This is your work plane. It looks kind of like grid paper, but it's 3D. And if you have a mouse, you can right click and scroll around to look at how the work plane moves around, or you can use this little dice in the corner to move around. So let's say I want to add just a box. Right now it's sitting on my work plane. You can see that it is not going through the work plane, which is really important. If I had this design and it was like part way through the work plane, it would not print. The 3D printer would freak out. Same thing if it was up here in the air, the 3D printer would freak out. So make sure you pay attention to these little handles and keep that balance. See those numbers moving down? We want this to be sitting on the plate at 0. Okay, so if it's less or more than 0, it's going to have a problem printing. Let's say you have your design ready to go. Remember that no matter what, it will all print in one solid color, whatever color filament is in the printer. And you're going to go up to Export in the upper right corner. Make sure you have everything in the design selected, and you're going to choose .stl. From there, it will download for you, and your job is to email that to me, Miss Sims, and attach it to the email so that I can then send it through the 3D printer. Students can't send it to the 3D printer themselves. I have to do it. If you have any trouble attaching it, just ask your teacher how to attach a file from your Chromebook. Those are the basics of getting started with TinkerCad.